What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 43 of the Playing With Myself franchise. This is the postseason, off-season episode. And we're going to go ahead and start moving through the postseason, seeing if we can't build ourselves a consistent winner. The Panthers managed to win last week against the Packers 24-3. The Chiefs big winners as well. The Eagles outlasted the Vikings 49-43. Buffalo beat New England in a fist fight 14-11. So the Chiefs will go to Jacksonville, Panthers to Seattle, Buffalo to Pittsburgh, and Philly to Detroit. Playoff schedule says the Chiefs beat the Jaguars 35-14. The Panthers beat Seattle 64-20. All of a sudden, my losses to Carolina don't seem that bad. Pittsburgh beats Buffalo 30-23, and Detroit trounces Philadelphia 48-24. They doubled them up. So we got the Panthers and Lions and the Chiefs and Steelers to decide who's going to the Super Bowl. As we head to the Pro Bowl week, I don't want to look at my team schedule. I want to look at the league schedule. Can I just get it in news? Chuck Pagano is the coach of the Seahawks. So I guess after winning a Super Bowl and then losing 2 Super Bowls in a row, Seattle made a move from Carroll after getting beat up on by Carolina. And the Super Bowl matchup itself is going to be the Chiefs and Lions. The Chiefs beat the Steelers 13-10. The Lions 28-23 winners over Carolina. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the injury reports for both teams. Jamal Charles is not going to be in. Darren McFadden is also not going to be in. And Tony Jefferson's going to miss the game. Janoris Jenkins and Zachary Hudson miss it for the Lions. So I wonder who the running back is going to be for the Chiefs. Dexter McCluster. And then rookie Griffin Jordan. You'd feel like the rookie would probably be the smart choice. 71 carry. Okay, so he's not the smart choice. Speaking of the rookie being a smart choice, Alex Smith took back his starting job from Michael Hudson, who looked pretty good when he came in after we hurt Alex Smith for 7 weeks. We got a little bit of scouting to do. Who is unscouted by us? Might as well scout out these middle linebackers. And of course, defensive end. I don't really need to scout a center. Might as well go ahead and burn it on him now. As we proceed to head to the off-season. So this is the first time that I've been retained in this franchise. Of course, after the first season, I was released by the Ravens. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl with a 31-10 win over the Lions. And I've got 17 players ready to re-sign. Let's go take a look. How much cap room did that say I had? Wasn't really paying attention. Alright, let's go position by position. Quarterback, none of them. I've got $34 million in cap room. Zach Center. We'll give you 750,000 for the year. Dorsett. Gonna overpay because Dorsett is a big piece of my puzzle heading forward. I really like Ty. Will Ty wants decent money there. That seems like a lot for a third string tight end, but if you've been watching, you see how I use the tight ends. So having a third string guy that I'd be comfortable starting if need be can't be overstated the value of. A little bit of an overpay here just because he's a consistent, reliable backup. Did he sign it? He did sign it. Young kid is another one. He wants 1.43 for 2 years. We'll offer him 1.5. He signed it. CJ Wilson. How much do you want? Yeah, I mean, I guess we can make that work for us. Because we're going to be letting Cameron Wake walk. Huh. Bernard. I'd really like you to give me a request for a long-term deal. Dre Cole. Cole signed it as well. Ben Heaney. And Brandon Hepburn. Hepburn didn't even make his way out on the field that I remember. He wants almost $1 million a year. I think we're going to let him walk for now. Come on, punter, sign this deal. I jumped up the offer and he signed it. I can't do that, Hester. Your speed's down to 84. Well, what do you want, Malcolm? I mean, it could be a lot worse. We'll give him that contract and he signs it, so he'll take Hepburn's spot on the outside in the depth. Martin still wants an insane amount of money. I'm going to franchise tag him. And negotiations with Hester. And negotiations with Hepburn. It won't let me trade yet. And we are now to free agency. So we have the number 7 pick this year, and that's all we have this year. And then next year we've got a 1, 5, 6, and 7. We need to go find a team that needs a starting running back. Actually, let's go take a look and see what's on the trade block right now. Logan Smith is a 23-year-old right guard. Eugene Monroe to Brickshaw Ferguson. Corey Robinson, the kid we sent up to New England, is part of the Shaq Mason deal. Marquise Flowers, I really like that kid. They bumped Cliff Averill out to outside linebacker. I wonder, it didn't tell me, but I wonder if I lost anybody to retirement. Cameron Wake retired, Jahari Evans retired, and Reggie Nelson retired. How about from Baltimore? Donald Penn. I forgot they got Donald Penn. I guess the easiest way to do it is going to be by division. No Steelers retired. Only one retirement in the AFC South. Logan Mankins retired. So both of the players that we trade to New England for Shaq Mason are going to be gone. Logan Mankins retired, and they've got the backup left tackle on the trade block. Vincent Jackson retires. Jason Peters, Jason Hatcher, Jason Witten. If your name is Jason and you play in the NFC East, it's time for you to go. Chris Canty retires. Corey Redding retires. Oh, Pete Carroll retired. He wasn't fired. Alright. So that line looks good. The tight end situation looks good. The halfback situation looks good. We need a fullback. The linebacker situation is solid. The defensive line isn't that bad. The corners are solid. So we're gonna look at fullback, maybe free safety, maybe Duke Williams will play well. We don't have that many spots that we really need to focus on. Who are the names out there? Drew Brees, Carson Palmer, Jay Cutler, DeMarco Murray, Arian Foster's old ass is out there. Holy shit, Juice. I overpay for Juice whenever he's available because he's a player that I really feel I can get a lot out of. Tavon Austin, he wants 14.3 for 4 years. Looking for the right guy that's going to come in and fill the Hester spot. Cordero Patterson will fill the Hester spot for sure. He wants 258 over 3 years. We're going to go 277. And we're going to offer him a $460,000 bonus. That's awesome. Larry Fitzgerald's biggest suitor right now is the Vikings. He, of course, was a Vikings ball boy back before he was a college player. Vasquez, Brooks, Jonathan Cooper. Nothing really out there justifying us spending money in that situation. Vinny Curry might be worth some money, but not the money he's asking. Tank Carradine. Wow, only $12 million over 4 years. Like, compare that to Jabal Sheard, who's asking for 93 over 7. They're the same age. Carradine is a very, very talented player. We got no real need to spend money there. Huh. I'd love to get Honey Badger and push him back to free safety. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to offer Honey Badger what he wants. He's asking for 40.3. I mean, the best part about this team is that pretty much all the pieces are there from last year, and we went 5-12, but or 5-11, but we're solid. And I mean, they really started to come together late. So, Honey Badger hasn't signed here yet, unfortunately. We'll see if we get an offer on Doug Martin this coming week. Still haven't gotten Honey Badger to sign yet. My negotiations. We want Juice, Honey Badger, Patterson, all three of them if we can get them. That would be a great takeaway from free agency. We got Juice, we got Honey Badger, we got Patterson. We got all three of them. That's an incredible haul. So we're going to go to roster. We're going to thank Brian Leonard for his time here. Cordero Patterson. Dorsett's going to jump up in front of them. What are we paying Benjamin? $1.3, but we got him for 3 years at less than $6 million. So I mean, his production hasn't been that great. I'm gonna hold on to him for now. Seems like a little bit of a so it's gonna go Evans, Gordon, Dorsett, Benjamin, Patterson. Huh. Maybe I will let Benjamin go. Add him to the trade block and see if I get any offers. And the other spot, is Matheo, who's going to bump to that free safety. Tyvon Branch, what's your speed at now? Still at 91. We'll keep you around for one more season, I assume. I didn't even care about what we're going to get as far as scouting. We are going to head into the NFL draft with this number 7 pick.
The Bears are now on the clock.
The Bears lock down the number 1 pick. The Ravens have number 2.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. It's Reddick the choice, Adam. What do you think?
What else is there to say about this kid other than he catches anything and everything thrown his way?
See the offers out here. Cincinnati will give us their 1, 2, and 3 to move up here.
Very rarely do you see a receiver with such great body control that a passer can throw the ball up and he can bring it down effortlessly. He has the ability to be a playmaker at the next level, and that's exactly what this team is hoping for.
They were a playoff team. You know what I don't like is when you're in the trade, it doesn't show you the clock. Let's go take a look and see who's available. Yeah, there's not really anybody that I can justify moving on right here. So we are going to go ahead and take one of these trades. Now the question is, do we take Cincinnati's 1, 2, and 3 this year, Seattle's 1 this year and 4 this year, and 1 next year? We definitely aren't going to New Orleans. We definitely aren't going to go to, New England maybe. But we're definitely not going to go to Carolina, and we're definitely not going to go to Atlanta. The Colts missed the playoffs, so that's going to be at least a top 20 pick, and we're trading back from 17. And we add next year's 1. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cincinnati pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade.
Because we don't know for sure that we're going to be able to stay after another season. We're going to pick 22nd now.
So they've just picked up Owens. What's the latest on him, Adam?
You heard his name brought up more and more as the college season went on. He really had a breakout year, getting the attention he deserved after having several monster games in which he looked almost uncoverable. Even when defensive coordinators started game planning around him, using double teams and throwing a safety in there for support, he still found ways to make plays. His quarterback put a lot of faith in him, and hopefully this team's quarterback will be able to do the same in due time.
He's not that strong. What's your strength? Not that strong. I was going to bump him down. Go take another look at the trade offers. The Colts will give us this year's 1 and 3. And we're already at 22, so let's do it. We'll add a 3 to drop back no more than 10 spots. 7 spots. We added a 3 to drop back 7 spots.
Taylor's off the board, Adam. Tell us more on him.
Every year, the rookie who runs the fastest 40 at the combine seems to immediately become very popular with NFL scouts. So after turning in the fastest time of his class, he's in the spotlight ever since. On top of that, his shuttle and 3-cone times also help solidify the fact that he's just plain fast. The team could definitely use an injection of speed, and this is a step in the right direction.
I think we're going to take next year's 1st and 3rd. Oh no, we're going to take next year's 1st from Cincinnati and this year's 3rd.
I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade.
So I think we're in the 3rd.
Matt Miller was glued to the ongoing soap opera that was his story.
Oh no, that's right. We have a second round pick from that trade.
On a week-to-week basis. Some weeks he looked absolutely unstoppable, terrorizing opposing quarterbacks. Others he looked out of place, struggling to make any sort of impact, even taking himself out of the game multiple times in fits of frustration.
Highest speed and bench press for strong safeties.
Maturity, something that can be easily addressed by the right coaching staff. This pick could have tremendous upside, or could end up as a what could have been story. It should be interesting to see how this saga plays out.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Ranked 37, we took him 54. Advance the next user pick.
Adam, what can you tell us about it?
The foundation of any good team starts up front, and here's a guy who's a franchise's dream come true. GMs I talked to pointed to several of his games in college where he took on some of the nation's best defensive linemen, going toe-to-toe with them for 60 minutes of brutal trench combat and dominating them. He's going to be able to
Running backs are really, really rough. These rookie running backs.
with size, speed, and
This tight end's got a great combine score. Holy shit. 4th in speed, 1st in vertical, broad, 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle, 8th in bench press. Ben Huerta out of Oklahoma.
The Rams are
He's
now
rated 29. We took him 71. That's another good pick.
Cowboys have just made Clark their newest player.
Long talked about as a top 3 defensive back prospect, his draft stock fell dramatically after a series of consecutive struggles late in the season against
22nd pick in the 3rd round.
Many speculated that these struggles
Nice. There are a couple defensive ends. That's where I wanted to go.
which may have been validated by his strong performance at his pro day. I was able
Mediocre.
to talk to several GMs about him at the combine, and they told me he possesses the raw
Mediocre.
physical skills needed to become a
We're gonna go
top
best player on the board here.
defensive back. 3 skills in particular were mentioned by every GM I spoke
Huh?
to, except
Rated 75. We got him 86. So
a nose for the ball,
still a good
and
pick.
better hands than most receivers they've seen and scouted. The reason for his collegiate
I think that's
struggles
it for
may
us.
forever be shrouded in mystery, and will soon be forgotten if he's able to realize his full football potential.
Did we just take the 96 pick? No, we still got one more pick coming up.
All right, let's go to Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
He was always a physical player, and all the
Take a look and see what's there for trades. Nothing that justifies trading out of the 3rd.
and it worked against him.
So once again, we're just going to go take.
Like him, but also said he needed to be taught how to tackle properly. He had a lot of success on physical play alone in college, but that won't work anymore in the NFL.
I'm not really taken by any of those defensive ends. .23 reps. I'm thinking I'm gonna grab him, Derek Taylor, and move him up.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Wow, that was a terrible reach. 276. We took him 96. 80 speed. Block shedding's only 69. Strength is 75. I mean, he'll be a little bit better when we slide him into that defensive end role, but
The Colts pick is in. Adam, give us the rundown.
A true comeback story in the making. After tearing the rotator cuff and his
and that's the draft. Now we're gonna go over here and go to corner. And that makes him a 99 overall. Lovely. $78.83. His catch is 84. So we're going to bump him down to depth at free safety. We're going to move Duke Williams up to strong safety. We're going to move Brandon Bernard in to be our second free safety, which will push that kid Draven that we just drafted to number 3. And Branch will compete with Cole for that roster spot. Wow, Draven Woodson actually rates higher crazy. So after Bernard gets pushed up to being my starting free safety, or strong safety last year, it looks like he's going to end up being 3rd at free safety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let Malcolm Smith slide his way down to being the backup outside linebacker. I hope that he doesn't overrate Parker, because that'll make things awkward. No, he doesn't. Good. And then we're going to go Bruce Carter, Quan Alexander, Ben Heaney, David Van Noy. Let's see this Derek Taylor kid. $53 overall. Doesn't even make it to training camp. Rockers. Is gonna move to right end permanently. We're gonna let CJ Wilson and Hartman battle it out for that spot. McCoy and Spence, Parker and Smith. What is Cole's speed, man, and zone? Man is trash. Let's see how that works out. $60 overall. Alright, so we're going to let you stay at free safety then. Assuming that those moves didn't just wreck you. No, 70. Okay. I forgot we drafted this kid. Speed 89. Carrying 76. That's a deal break. So we're going to go Sims, Allen, and Zenner into the regular season. Juice. Huerta doesn't have the speed I'd like, but oh well, Tim Wright is down to 82 speed as well. So I'm gonna move Will Tye up to number 2, it looks like, and then the rookie will be number 3 this year. Thanks for your time here, man. I love Tim Wright. I'm a Rutgers fan, so I remember him as a wide receiver as opposed to the tight end that he's become in the NFL. We're going to need to find a left guard. A wide receiver. And maybe a second corner, depending on what's out there. Let's go see who made it through the off-season as a free agent. Wow. Look at this kid. Jonathan Hankins. Crazy amount of talent, little amount of money. Nick Foles is a free agent. I'm gonna sign both of them. I don't intend. Oh, I can't sign Baldwin at the moment. All right, let's go make some trades. Who needs that halfback? The Browns need a halfback. Why don't you give us your number 1 for Doug Martin? They're gonna laugh. Why don't you give us your number 2 for Doug Martin? They're like, look, talk to us about our number 4 or 5. They're interested but need significantly more value. How about we throw in the rookie? Interested but need more value. The rookie and a 5. Alright, so let's see. How the hell are we so close to the cap? Salaries. Haha, Joe Flacco. It will cost us no money to release you. $13 million he was under contract for. 3.9. So we just saved 10 million. That'll be enough to sign Baldwin and Floyd. And Kenny Stills. Kenny Stills is going to be that player that we wanted. We need a backup guard. He goes in 86 overall. I don't think we've got enough cap room for him. We do. Nice. So we're going to come back for Quan Williams. His press isn't that great. I wonder what Averill would cost us. Because we could get him and play him in that defensive end spot. Marquise Lee. Alright, well, it says we've got 5.4 in cap room. So we'll go sign Quan Williams. And then we'll go to our roster. And we'll put those new players that we got just to trade on the trade block, and we'll just see what happens with them. Wow, he's really solid. How much would it cost? It's not going to tell me how much it would cost me to release him. Add to trade block. Add to trade block. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Kiko Alonso is going to be added to trade block. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. How much is Webb making? $4.56 in cap room. One, two, three, 4. Then we can go re-sign Webb. He was going to be 4.56 against the cap this year, and instead he is going to cost us 1.24. That works. That definitely works. A rookie out of LSU. Hey, Billy Cundiff is a free agent. Alright, so that is our off-season wrap-up. Our line is 88, 92, 93, 86, 91. Tight end, 93. Wide receivers are 94, 86. I think Dorsett's at 71. Stills is an 81. And then Benjamin is a 76. Definitely some good players around. Kiko, of course, is going to be traded. Adding Honey Badger is going to be huge. So that is our off-season episode 44. We'll start the 2017 preseason. And thank you guys for checking this one out.